That looked
By the way,
absolutely terrifying.
why is the grabber low-key cute without his mask?
He's Ethan Hawke, bro.
Yeah, big
Just
fact.
it's Ethan
Ethan
Hawke.
Hawke is daddy. Ethan Hawke is daddy.
Yes, yes. Very. I wish the grabber would grab me.
Welcome to the Helligans Horror Podcast, a podcast made by horror fans for horror fans. My name is Stony Graves.
I'm Clawhammer.
Welcome, everybody. Today, we're going to be reviewing The Black Phone. Finally, we do one that's actually in theaters, letting
Yep.
you guys know the way that this is going to go on from now on. Cinematic releases, stuff that's in theaters is going to be priority, but we're still going to be reviewing classics, B movies, and whatever the fuck we want.
Yep. So, do you want me to do a summary?
Alrighty.
All right, I'll do a summary. This film is set in the 1970s after being abducted by a child killer and locked in a soundproof basement. A 13-year-old starts receiving calls on a disconnected phone from the killer's victims. Mason Thames as Finney Blake, Madeline McGraw as Glenn, and Ethan Hawke as the grabber.
Oh, that's it. I mean,
Yeah, well,
obviously,
the
who's the
main
dad?
characters, honestly. I didn't catch I just did the first three people I saw on
Alright.
IMDb.
I mean, the dad doesn't even fucking matter, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so personally, I rate this movie honestly a solid 9 out of 10. I don't give that rating much, but honestly, it is a solid 9 out of 10.
I would give it an 8 because the beginning of it was kind of it was kind of bad because some of the actors, the child actors, weren't very good. Like
Agreed.
Robin, sounded like the producers just wrote what they thought kids talk like, pretty much in the beginning.
I mean, that's completely fair, but also, in my opinion, the actors were great. The script in the beginning was really fucking stupid.
I think it was a great movie if you like a nice slow burn with a good plot and interesting characters.
I completely agree. Personally, I think it sucked until it didn't suck.
I liked it. Ethan Hawke did great as the grabber, and I sadly wish they didn't kill him because I was hoping for more. But it's the name of the game sometimes.
Exactly. But you never know. There could be a sequel. There could be another grabber. You ready to jump into spoilers?
Yeah, let's go. You want to start it off?
Yes, sir. All right. We're jumping into spoilers. Anyone who hasn't seen the film,
Run
continue
away.
watching. Continue watching. I don't care.
You should watch the movie though. I highly recommend. Or you can watch the movie, come back here, chill a little. We're cool. We're chill.
Yeah, just
We do our thing. Smoke a little doobies. Just the usual stuff.
I
Yeah,
mean, if you want to, listen to a review to see if you want to see the movie,
yeah.
stay here
Oh,
by all means. All right. So the movie starts out with our main character Finn striking out someone in a baseball game, Bruce Yamada. He strikes Bruce Yamada out, and you get the first important line of the movie. Good game. Your arm is mint. You almost had me.
it's just a bunch of the whole beginning's literally just a bunch of foreshadowing. And I wrote in my notes, acting in some of the children is almost bad as Llamageddon, but it gets better.
Completely agreed. And then after that, it cuts to a really weird biking scene of just Bruce
Bruce.
biking. And it awkwardly fades to black, and you're supposed to just insinuate that Bruce got kidnapped by a very vague reveal of the van that the grabber has.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. Just see a random black man just pull up. I mean,
But you never know, it could be a
they
hippie
did
van.
make it pretty obvious.
Or it's the 1970s. Everybody had vans. Come on now, bro.
That's true. The next scene after Bruce gets kidnapped by the gold grabber from the black man shows Finney eating cereal with his dad, and apparently he was chewing his cereal too loud because his dad was constantly complaining about how loud he was eating, and it pretty much established how much of a piece of shit his dad is.
The dad is just an abusive, drunk piece of shit. And to be completely honest, I wish the grabber got his dad.
Yeah. Well, sadly, the grabber only goes after children. Unfortunately.
By the way, I love your mask, bro.
Thank you. I love your mask, bro. We,
Yeah.
we just straight vibing tonight.
Hell yeah,
Um,
Hollywood
by
Undead
the
type
way,
instrumental.
guys, I am in a haunted room. Just saying, might see some paranormal activity going around here.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary,
Mm,
Bloody Mary.
no, it's my girlfriend's dentist grandpa's room. So, and he
Hey, you
apparently
want?
haunts there.
Hey, you want to have some fun real quick?
What?
If there is anything in that room, please make a noise. We want your presence to be known.
Yeah, please make a noise, Grandpa. No, I just see
No,
chunk tuna though.
tasty. All right, let's.
All right,
Hey, keep this in.
all right. So we talked about the dad being a piece of shit.
All right, dad is horribly abusive and a drunk. Then it cuts awkwardly. The cuts in this movie are really awkward. It
Yeah,
cuts to a missing poster of Bruce Yamato, and then it jump cuts to a fight scene, and it's the fight scene is literally only in this movie to show that Finn needs the kid,
but Robin
and
kicks their fucking ass, bro. I said
it's
Robin beats the living shit out of a random kid.
agreed. Like, to be honest, he didn't have to do him like that, and it seemed a little overkill, but I also love violence, so it's okay. Like, literally, I cut my finger while modding this mask, and I painted the mask with my own blood. Do you really think I care about violence?
No, I would definitely would not think that. After they find out that they find Robin being ever living shit out of this one kid, it shows the next scene where Finney is leaving class and he is followed in the bathroom by bullies. Then Robin shows up and threatens the bullies, and that shows when Robin is really the true OG, but his acting is goddamn horrible. Talk about, oh, you should see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. No, I can't. It's rated R.
I can't. It's rated R. My dad would never take me to that.
I've seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre Friday Night. You seen it?
That movie's rated R. My dad would never take me to see that.
That movie? It's the best.
Oh, actually, before that scene, did you notice that when Robin wins the fight, did you notice the grabber's van in the background?
No, I did not. I was more just fascinated how hard that man was going on that one.
The fact that the
Yes.
kids were all just yelling, hit him harder, and nobody was trying to help that kid was just like, bruh.
Yeah. They don't act like normal children. I'm sorry.
Bro, facts. And not only that, but like, as a trained fighter, black belt in multiple martial arts, kids that are not trained do not fight like that. After that, Robin threatens them, saying, fuck with Finn again, and I'll fuck with you. And then it basically just had some filler scenes to build emotional connection that I felt pointless. And Gwen's psychic powers are revealed. Sometimes her dreams are correct, apparently.
Yep. And
Yep,
you,
which I find bizarre.
what do you notice? I love the part when she curses out the detectives and pretty much calls them, says, and I quote, "You dumb fucking fart knockers." I gotta use that. I said I gotta use that more.
Bro,
It's like,
facts.
damn, little girl just roasted your ass.
Bro, I mean, honestly, like, it's always been my favorite thing. Like, insults that kids use. One, they're hilarious. Two, some of them come true. Like, I remember back in the day, people used to call people booty lickers, and now look at y'all, a bunch of booty lickers.
And
Like,
they're proud of it, boy. There's some that are just a proud booty lickers.
smoke grass, eat ass. That's the motto, baby.
Apparently, I never will eat a booty. I'll never will. My
Anyway,
worst nightmare is eating a booty and there's poop.
okay. Anyway, let's continue. This is going to be a very loose podcast, but we're trying to
Yes,
go
I
back.
have the mask on, so I feel some sort of, I can say what the fuck I want.
A motherfucker with a mask syndrome too.
Yep.
All right.
Um.
Anyway, so Gwen's dreams are real. You get more scenes of the dad drinking, and before it got revealed that the mom, killed herself, I was just like, there is no fucking wonder this man's a single parent.
Yeah, he's a
She would
prick.
any normal mother would have left at that point, but
Yeah.
this movie had to have a reason for the kids to be with the dad.
Well, I don't. I think it was normal for the mom died. Actually, it insinuated that he was normal for the mom died, and he just became an alcoholic. So.
That's completely fair. While the dad's drinking, he ends up passing out drunk, and I found it really interesting that Finn was watching a horror movie
Yeah.
because one, that means horror movies exist in this film's canon, which you never fully see, And two, I just find, the black and white to color transitions in old horror movies really cool. Seeing the black and white
Yeah,
and then the Technicolor red. I
yeah.
personally really like that. After that, Finn falls asleep and he wakes up, goes downstairs because he hears screaming, and his dad is just beating Gwen's ass with a fucking bell,
Yeah.
yelling about, "Your dreams are just dreams. Repeat after me. My dreams are just dreams."
This-
It's
This is
just
like the part. It's just like no human being ever acts like this. I'm sorry. You're just beating your daughter's ass and saying your dreams are just dreams. Your dreams are just dreams. Like, what's you okay, bro? You doing
right.
good?
I mean, dude was plastered at 9 in the morning, and then he ends up begging Gwen not to drop that bottle of $8 vodka. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. Yeah. Yeah.
Does he even have a job? Like, why are you bitching about $8 vodka? And mother was schizophrenic, and it carried on to them, but that's going
You
to
mean the
be
mother?
further explained later. Yep.
After all of that little scene, which shows Robin going near the black band and fading to black as well. And after that, Finney finds out that Robin's missing from his dad, and he's just like answering phone. He's like, "Oh, you know Robin?" He said, "Yeah." And he just walks away and doesn't say a fucking word.
Right.
It's just like, what? Are
I
you just gonna leave me
also
hanging?
I also really liked that when Robin was kidnapped, they only showed a blurred silhouette of the grabber to build up suspense. They didn't want you to see what he looked like yet.
Yeah, and I can't wait to talk about the Growler because he's like my favorite part in the film. He's obviously a horrible human being, but Ethan Hawke played it really good.
Agreed. And honestly, like, to be completely honest, he's the best horror movie villain that I've seen in a while.
Yep. After that, Glenn goes and then prays for God to save Robin and have him found, which I'm not gonna put my personal input in that, so I'm gonna skip that. I'll let you do the rest.
I mean, I found it honestly really interesting, the fact that their dad just thought that Gwen was playing after lights out and yelled at her for it, when in reality she was praying to God so that Finn's friend could be saved, which honestly, that's really wholesome.
Yeah,
Personally, I don't believe in God. It's just, hear me out. Religion is a source of faith. Whatever you do with that free will, do as you will as long as you're not harming other people. Message, by the way.
exactly. 100%. Do as you will. Just don't involve me in it.
Do as you will, just don't be a fucking dick.
Yep, exactly.
The police show up to their home to try to talk about Gwen's dreams, and obviously the dad freaks the hell out. Like, why the fuck are you here? Damn it, Gwen, what did you do?
Yeah.
And then after that, it fades. I don't know why they do this. It fades to a transition of Finn absolutely getting his ass beat, Gwen almost killing a kid with a rock. Finn literally can't fight for shit. He's just on the ground. He's getting the shit kicked out of him for zero reason whatsoever other than because his name is Finn, apparently.
Yeah.
And one of the things I found interesting is he gets the shit beat out of him solely so that the film can show that Finn needed Robin.
Want a break from the ads? If you tap now to watch a short video, you'll receive 30 minutes of ad-free music. Yes, really. If you tap now to watch a short video, you'll receive 30 minutes of ad-free music.
But this gives me a perfect opportunity to discuss my personal sponsor, Spaghetti Gang. Spaghetti Gang is a music group that makes absolutely fantastic music, from scene to hip-hop to EDM, just all over the place, and it's absolutely beautiful. If you like hip-hop, check out FAM. It's F.A.M. They make amazing hip-hop, and I 10 out of 10 recommend them if you're a hip-hop head. If you like scene music, check out Donathan Scene. He's a scene musician coming out of Jacksonville, Florida. He's normally on features with Morb Corp, who is honestly the best producer and hyperpop artist I've ever met. And I cannot recommend these guys enough. I'm a member of them, so if you want to hear stony rap, you get to hear stony rap. And honestly, I believe I'm pretty good at it, and I want my fan base to see multiple parts of my talent. You know, we're going into gaming, streaming, we're going into eventually full film production. And I'm so proud of all of us. I'm so proud of the help that I've gotten from Spaghetti Gang and everyone in it. So yeah, check out Spaghetti Gang, specifically on SoundCloud. We're also on Spotify. Check out Fam on Spotify. Check out Morphcorp on Spotify. His features with Donathan Scene are really good. I highly recommend them if you're into that type of music. And yeah, I highly recommend Spaghetti Gang. I can't recommend them enough. They're really good people and really good artists. I told you guys I'd do the ad break. I got you. After Finn got his ass beat, he winds up in science class and he's being taught what parts of the Earth are. You got the core, the mantle, and the crust. And
What
I
was the
just found.
what
What's
was
up?
the point of that? Like, what was there some symbolic meaning to it?
No, there was no symbolic meeting.
Oh,
Bro, honestly, this movie just did so much stupid shit to fill time.
yeah. I was like, it was like most horror movies. They have like a class session. It always has something to do with the plot. This is literally just the core.
Exactly.
So that's why I said in the beginning, I was like, um, so nothing in the rest of the film really contributes besides that one fight, but it doesn't really contribute to the plot very much. And I felt like they could have cut the part where Robin got kidnapped and Finn
Agreed.
finds out. Just anything after that just could have been cut out. And it would have been fine.
I completely agree. I honestly find it really funny that before Finn gets kidnapped, Gwen was just making fun of him, talking about his crush, making kissing noises, and then
Yeah.
just dips. I'm going to a sleepover party.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, totally nothing suspicious is ever gonna happen during that. So
You need more exposition that makes sense, so we're gonna do
yeah,
this.
yep. So what was he when Finn was after all that, Finn went over to the sidewalk and met the grabber, which he seems to be like a musician of sort. And he knocked into the grabber and the grabber's like, "Oh no, my things! Oh no! Can you help me, young child, pick up my things? Totally nothing bad's gonna happen. You help me pick it up."
Exactly. Like, bro, this is shit that we learned in middle school, and I'd argue Finn's at least in high school. Like,
Yeah, I'll be like, I bump into a person, I'm out. Yeah, you look like a weirdo. I'm running.
exactly. Like, I had an experience like this in middle school. Somebody pulled up on my friends, and me and my friends were just chilling. And he was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, can you help me find my dog?" I looked him in the face, and I was like, "Bro, I'm not stupid."
But Finn's like, "Oh, sure, I'll help you." And he grabs him. What does he spray in Finn? What does he spray? He sprays something.
I'm assuming like chloroform gas or something.
Is that how it works? That's how you just spray. I thought it was only like you just put a rag on it and just that.
That or,
Really?
I don't think he has access to surgical, gas because I have no idea what the grabber does. They said that he went to work. He does have a job, which is weird.
He's a magician.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, he's a magician, and I'm sure he's a damn good magician too, from his
Yeah,
erratic behavior.
he's a damn good one because he makes children disappear. All right. I don't know. We should have that.
For this next trip, I'm gonna need a volunteer.
Oh, yeah, young lady, give me your kid. Oh, where's the child? Oh, that's weird. Oh, can I have my baby
Child
back?
happens
No.
to mysteriously have disappeared.
She's like, can I have my baby back? No, you can't. No, ma'am. No, that's not how
Exactly.
this works. Finn is put in like a room which is like fully covered with concrete. Like all four walls is concrete, and this is like definitely a place you definitely don't want to be. And the grabber pretty much tells him, "Hey, I ain't gonna hurt you," but he does.
Also,
He's definitely gonna hurt him.
I just want to know what that gas was because he was saying like, "I know you can't see me," blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
So
that's
it
what I was
really
wondering.
affects his senses. The gas is affecting your senses. I'm sure you can't see me, but I promise I won't hurt you. Would you like a soda? Let me go get you a soda after I go talk to someone upstairs. Wait,
Yeah, and he's like,
is that the phone? Is the phone ringing?
"Yep," and he calls it, and he notices the line is cut. Benny dad calls his sister, telling her, "Hey, your brother's missing," and she freaks out and tries to go out and look for him from her friend's house.
Honestly,
And
Gwen was fucking stupid the entire movie.
hold on, before we go there, did you notice like after when she was running, it just looked like she was just running in place for a minute?
It did. Like
I couldn't help laugh.
some of these scenes look like blatant green screen.
Yeah, it just showed her as she's running. She just looked like she's just running in place. I couldn't help to laugh at her. I was like, "What is she doing?" And I just literally wanted to pull out to see her literally running in.
One of the interesting things that I picked up on during the phone scene was the grabber said that phone hasn't worked since I was a kid. What I
Yeah,
was thinking was the grabber abused or grabbed as well? Because
it's heavily implied. I honestly have a theory that this whole movie was about the cycles of abuse.
agreed,
So the
which made me
grabber.
think, which honestly made me think at the end of this, like after the end, there's going to be a part two where Finn becomes the grabber.
That, that could happen. I mean, it's set in 1970. Look what they did with it too. So
Exactly. Also, Gwen is crying to God about her brother, and literally, it's God. He did nothing.
yeah, yeah, he does nothing. But
Also, I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning of this movie, the grabber honestly seems like a nice guy.
yeah, for real.
I mean, he offered to give Finn a sody pop, and Finn was just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, sody pop because I'm currently."
You getting kidnapped. I mean, I don't want to so puff. I just got randomly kidnapped.
There are multiple scenes in this movie where Finn tries to call people for help on a busted phone, and it was sad, honestly. After Gwen cries to God about Finn, there's a scene where the grabber says that he has to go upstairs and talk to somebody, and that if Finn screams, nobody will hear him because the room was soundproofed himself.
Yep, and Fanny does scream, but doesn't. And Gregor's completely right. And so after he's done having his screaming moment,
By the way, headphone user warning, that part fucking crippled me when I was watching.
yeah, like bro, he's dead. I mean, I would try to. But after all that, Fanny sleeps again and wakes up seeing the grabber, which is really fucking creepy. He's like, he says, "I just want to look at you,"
I just
and
wanted to look at you.
I
I
just wrote my notes.
love the
I
grabber's
wrote my,
mask.
I wrote in my notes. The grabber gives me James Charles vibes. Just really
It's
wanted
tea
him to wake up.
time.
Wanted Vinny to wake up. And he's like, "Hey, sisters." Oh yeah, he just wants to look at him. Yeah, I said that
I
right.
just want to look at you. I will never, ever do anything, or I will never make you do anything that you don't like.
And
That's going to come
then
back
the
to bite him.
phone rings, and when the grabber leaves, and Finny finally answers again, and he can hear a voice.
Fuck, which kid was it?
It was
It was Billy,
Bruce.
right?
That
Oh,
was
yeah, it was
Bruce.
Bruce. The phone rings, and Finn picks it up, and he's just like, "Who is this? What do you want?" And there's just this awkward scene where it's just neither of them know what to say, and then Bruce is like, "Your arm is mint. You almost had me." It's just like,
Your arm is mint,
"Bru-
bro.
Bruce Yamada? Oh, that's my name. Because
Yeah,
apparently your memory goes away if you're confined in a thing.
they're pretty much in purgatory, which makes sense. I imagine if you're dead, you don't know anything about yourself because your ego goes away when you're dead.
Exactly.
So that kind of makes sense.
God, ego death sounds nice.
It was as fun as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I miss those days.
The grab,
Anyways,
yeah, the grabber finally comes back down the stairs holding actually nothing. He isn't holding.
well,
Grabber comes down the stairs not holding anything, and says that he's not gonna feed Finn. And Finn just asks, "If you weren't gonna feed me, why'd you come here?" And the grabber just says, "To look at you." Again.
yeah, and we find out why he came down there because when the grabber leaves, he leaves the door unlocked.
Exactly.
And
It's all a trap.
yep, because he finds that out because another person calls the door, which I think is the newspaper boy that
Yeah,
calls him.
Billy the paper boy calls him on the
Yeah,
phone and says, "Don't go in there." And then,
and
of course, he tries because white people in a fucking horror movie.
yeah, and I think that when Finney went up there, because first of all, tell him what they said. I said like Billy's like, yeah, he'll beat you with a belt, like beat you till you pass out. So then Finney decides, well, I'm gonna try to go up there, and we see the grabber, and this is like one of the most haunting images of my life. It just shows the grabber like with an angry like mask, just holding a belt, and that was actually terrifying just seeing that.
Also, one of the things that I found really interesting about this film was throughout the entire film, whenever one of the kids would call, Gwen would have a dream about them, and it would slowly but surely connect
Yeah,
into what Finn is.
and I really like the montages with, especially with the soundtrack with montages are really good as well.
Agreed. Like, you
It's
don't really know what's happening until the end when it all hits, and it's
yeah,
just interesting.
and like honestly, at this point, this is when it starts getting really fucking good. It starts picking up, and that was my favorite scene of just seeing Finney go up the stairs, and you see the grabber, and I was like, damn, that's haunting as fuck. You know,
Exactly.
that looked
By the way,
absolutely terrifying.
why is the grabber low-key cute without his mask?
He's Ethan Hawke, bro.
Yeah, big
Just
fact.
it's Ethan
Ethan
Hawke.
Hawke is daddy. Ethan Hawke is daddy.
Yes, yes, very much so. I wish the grabber would grab me.
What did he say?
Pause.
Oh my god! Just imagine, just this one horny dude. And he grabs the horny dude. He's like, "Yes, you don't go up there. You'll get spanked." He's like, "Oh, okay."
Bro,
You say every time,
lit-
and then you see the when you go up there, and the grabber's there. And he's like, "Hit me harder, Daddy."
bro, the grabber was literally just chilling there, and he was waiting patiently for Finn, literally holding the belt, just like,
Yeah,
come
just
on, do it,
with
kid. Honestly, the jump scare of the phone ringing again and Billy just with his throat slit and all fucked up was one of the best jump scares I've ever experienced. Like, it got me to the
yeah,
point I felt my heart stop.
yeah. That was really good. It's just this whole part was just really good, and like just seeing like the aftermath of the kills, like the kids, like they didn't show the
Exactly.
kills, obviously. It found it more effective. They showed the aftermath and the kids themselves, because you really don't
Exactly.
know what the grabber did to them, but your imagination works, and yeah,
One of the things that I found really interesting about this film was during random points, the grabber would have a different mask. Like
yeah,
when he was waiting to punish the kid, for when he was waiting to punish Finn for going upstairs, he had a frowny face mask as if he was waiting to punish him.
yeah, and I think it's just all based on emotions. If he's happy, if he's sad, or if he doesn't know. Like when he first met Finney, he had a mask that like showed no face, so maybe he was unsure.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Do you remember who called him about the grate on the ceiling?
Oh
I
yeah,
think it
that's
was
where we're
Billy.
going to. That's where we're going. It was Billy. He pretty much tells them, "Hey, there's advice and there's a cable," and it shows Gwen having a vision about the paper boy.
Personally, I found the window scene really stupid because he literally makes a grappling hook, pulls the grate out, and then never does anything with it again. Like, you could literally use the little grappling hook to climb out, and he just doesn't.
Yeah, or you can break the glass with the grate or something. It literally he pretty much just climbed up, and then as soon as you wrapped the rope around it, the grate just fell. But it might have been used this whole time as a plan for the ghost for obvious reason at the end.
Exactly. And, bro, straight up, can we just acknowledge how good Finn is at climbing despite the fact you've never seen him climb anything before?
Yep. Well, he is a kid, so I mean, you'll be playing on jungle gyms. I don't know. I haven't been a kid in years, so.
I couldn't climb when I was a kid. I was more of the, fighter or the kid that would just play with lightsabers. I couldn't climb for shit.
I was always
Anyone who
climbing.
knew me in my childhood can vouch. I was always the kid just doing dumb shit.
Yep. I always got stuck in trees, so those are fun days. I get one time. It was in my own front yard, and I climbed a tree, and I realized, oh shit, I can't get down from here. So I screamed my stepdad's name, bloody murder, and he had to go up there and get me down, and I woke him up from a nap. So yeah,
Then, okay, back to the movie. Let's talk about
yep,
horror movies.
yep,
Definitely merch coming soon, by the way. Let's talk about horror movies is going to be a shirt.
yep, yes, 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 100%.
And so, anyway, back to the movie. Gwen is talking to her dad about the dreams, and he just blatantly shuts her down, discussing, hey, your mother had dreams too, and the dreams told her to do bad things until she killed herself. And Gwen responds, what if my dreams can help Finney? And, I mean, they did.
Yeah, and that's when he took her out. I think that's when he took her out driving, look for the house that she had visions of.
Exactly.
And next scene shows detective knocking on the door, who pretty much is the epitome of the typical white mom who watches too many crime shows.
Exactly. Like, Max is literally going insane out here with, like, maps, mapping out all the crimes.
Yep.
Like, the grabber has to be around here. And personally, until the end of the film, I thought that Max was the grabber. Like, imagine if that was a split personality.
Yeah. I always knew it was Ethan Hawke because I did randomly, hey, IMDb, so I knew it wasn't him.
I didn't look anything up.
Yeah, I knew it was Ethan Hawke, so I was like, I already knew who it was. But after he tried talking to the detective and they realize he's actually insane, they leave and he just had like three lines of cocaine pretty much on the counter, and the
Just
detective's
doming
disappointed.
coke.
Yeah, and the detective's like, "Oh, you might need to clean that up."
Then after that, Finn gets a call from a kid named Griffin, letting him know that there isn't much time, and that the grabber plays a game called Naughty Boy. If you
Yeah.
don't do anything, he can't play Naughty Boy, and he can't move to the next part, which is his favorite part.
Yep, and that is beating kids, I guess. I'm assuming with the belt and then killing them.
Yeah, there was a locker combination that was significant for like a minute and a half.
Oh
2,
yeah,
3, 3, 3, 1, 7.
yeah, and it goes into play once Billy calls him and says, "Hey, the grabber's asleep right now," which I don't know how he knew that, but he's asleep right now. You should take this opportunity to escape. And this is like the most suspenseful scene in the whole film. It was super
Agreed.
cool, just because you see it's like she's trying to get out, so you don't really know if he's gonna get out or what. But he managed to get the door unlocked. But of course, it's always the damn dog that barks, and it wakes up the grabber, and Finney just runs outside completely, and then the grabber pretty much chases him and then tackles him, and you see like um porch lights turn on, and he told Finney, if you say a word, I'm gonna cut your throat. And after that, all lights turned off again, and then the grabber tells him "nighty night, naughty boy," and knocks him out and puts him back in the room.
Oh no, he didn't say that he was going to slit his throat. He said, if you make a noise, I'm going to gut you like a pig and strangle you with your own intestine. By the way, kinky, what?
Oh yeah, I agree. Kinky, kinky, indeed.
You don't know
But
what
yeah,
you're into until you realize what you aren't.
but yeah, after that, knocks him out and puts him back in the room.
Then it transitions to my favorite part of the film. Gwen is just out here yelling, "What the fuck, Jesus? I mean, what the fuck? You can't even give me one dream to tell me where my brother is? Fuck
Yep.
you." Amen.
Yeah. Hey man, you go, sister.
Amen.
Do you notice when she got another vision? It was the Vince dude. That dude looked like Max's brother from Stranger Things.
Definitely.
Like I was like, this the dude from Stranger Things.
By the way, Billy deserved better.
Yeah, he did.
Spoilers, even more spoilers on spoilers.
Mhm.
Granted, if
You
you
want to?
haven't seen Stranger Things season 3 by now, that's on you. It's been out since
Yeah,
2019.
yeah. You
That's
should.
on you.
Yeah, you should definitely guys check that show out. It's really fucking good.
Speaking of Stranger Things, brief tangent. The fucking spoiler window. You are not allowed to spoil things for at least a month. You motherfuckers lasted a day. I already knew the entire plot of Stranger Things season 4 by the
Yeah,
time I woke up.
I don't understand why they do that. It's just like, damn, bro, give us people who lives work. I don't know.
Right? Like, I have a job. Do you really think I could just binge Stranger Things?
No.
After Gwen cusses God out, the phone rings again, and Finn just simply says, "Fuck you."
Yep.
And this bully kid named Vance Hopper tells Finn today is the day he's gonna die.
AKA
And
Vince, AKA Billy from Stranger Things.
big facts, Billy Pipey.
Continue.
And Gwen has a dream of Vance's memories. I almost said Billy, you motherfucker. You got me.
Yeah. See what I mean? Bro, I wrote it on my notes here. Oh, well, Gwen has another vision of Billy going, I
And
have my notes. I have my notes, bro.
what if this is a parallel universe and Billy dies again?
Yes. The multiverse is real.
But anyway, it shows Vance beating the shit out of a kid who pulled a knife on him. And he
Yeah.
just takes the knife and cuts a certain number into his arm, 7741. And you have no idea what it means until the end.
Well, no, until the vision. She actually shows the vision, and it
Oh,
shows the
yeah.
house. Yeah, and the
The vision
vision.
of the house.
Yeah, it's the 7741. Pretty much, Glenn had a vision that it's the house where blank is kept. I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah.
Exactly. And one of the things that I'm just going to bring out, one, the psychotic break scene was completely relatable where Finn was just freaking the fuck out trying to get out and he couldn't.
Yeah.
And then the grabber does an honestly, he does a shit job of being a psychopath. He barely does shit the entire movie. He doesn't check on the
Yeah.
kids. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I wish they had to grab her in more, like to do more things. Because honestly, at a certain point, like I'd be like, well, why don't you just stay here until I know he's gonna go to sleep again? I know the code. I know this. Like
Exactly. Like, I understand building suspense, but I kind of got bored.
yeah, and he was even talking about letting him go, and we
I
missed that
mean,
part completely. We did miss that part where
well,
the
he,
grabber was like, "I'm gonna let you guys go if you tell me your name." And Billy, whatever, I can't. Why do I have Billy in my head now, 24/7? Goddamn, Finney didn't tell the grabber his name, proper name, and that's when the whole thing started.
yeah, he said his name was Taylor Mullen or something like that.
Why? I'm like, why would you lie? Why would you lie? He said he's gonna let you go. Just give him a name. He already knows your name. It's on the newspaper.
Well, no, see, that's the thing. That was how it starts. The memory
Yeah.
starts to go away. Remember, it's the first thing that gets you.
Did it really, or did he just,
Yeah, yeah. When
lie? It looks like he lied to him.
yeah, but also you got to remember on the first phone call, Bruce said your memory is the first thing to go,
When you die.
which is going to bring me to an endpoint. There is an
Okay.
endpoint here. After that, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I teared the fuck up when Robin called and Robin was
Yeah,
reassuring
that
Finn.
was really whole. I'm like, Robin's the true OG. Just get a better fucking actor.
Not only a better actor, but like get rid of that yee ass haircut.
Yeah. But no, it was really good, cool, and he was like just teaching him how to fight, and he's like, yeah, all this giant plan was for you to sit and fight, not run away, you know?
Exactly. And may I just point out that the entire like fake out tactic wouldn't work in real life. Step forward, step back, step forward, then swing. The
Yeah.
second you hit that step forward, the grabber would just
Yep.
knock you the fuck out.
Done.
Dunzo. Plus, that's a whole grown adult. Do you not think he's experienced a fight in his life?
To be real, I never really experienced a fight in my life.
I
So.
literally got decked in the mosh pit 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I was there. Oh, that was a good time though. But he gave us a nice hug after.
That was so weird.
Yeah, but he did give you a hug. He
He
apologized.
did give me a hug.
Yeah. After he's teaching how to fight, he told her to tell Finn this will be your last call, so fill the phone up with dirt and use it as a weapon. So after Finn does that, he cuts the cord and begins working on fighting back.
Which, by the way, a phone filled with dirt would do nothing. I mean, it would be a good, like, blunt force object, but the dirt would go out in one hit.
Yeah, exactly. If you hit it hard enough, it'll break.
Like, at least put water on the dirt to make it mud so it would solidify in the next day.
Yeah.
So, Gwen's hallucinations start getting worse. She's biking around looking for Finn again, and she just, out of nowhere, sees just a row of all the dead kids, falls off her bike, freaks the fuck out.
Yep.
Which honestly was a beautiful scene. I found it, I wouldn't say suspenseful, but it definitely provided like, hey, all of this is starting to tie together.
Yeah, it's showing some kind of hope.
Exactly.
And after that, she sees the house that she saw in her vision. She calls the detectives to search the house. And the next scene shows the grabber's brother pretty much realizing, oh shit, it's my brother.
Exactly. Like,
And
what the fuck? What the
how
fuck?
it's like, bro, you didn't know that? I mean, you're telling me you didn't hear any of this go on. I mean, yes, it's
I mean,
soundproof. What there's multiple times you couldn't notice any of this.
well, not only was it soundproofed, which is a valid point, but how do you not see your brother just fucking around in the basement all day?
Yeah, just dragging random things or dragging up bodies and oops.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's no way to notice. And when the day that Finney ran out, did he not hear any of it?
Right? Exactly. Like,
So
how do you not hear the dog barking at
yeah,
3 a.m. and question
yeah.
it?
But yeah, they found out that his brother is the grabber, and he discovers Finney and is about to save him. But of course, because this
Within
is a
10
horror
seconds.
movie, the grabber just comes right on time and just kills the brother with the axe.
He had to ask him a question. Why are you in
Yep.
my basement, boy? Just
And then
slaughters him, and then there's a small emotional scene that honestly hit me. Like, that was my brother. He was an idiot, but he was
he was
my
my
idiot.
idiot. I was like, true, and
Right?
wasn't it?
I mean, straight, you're my idiot, Clawhammer, straight up.
Yeah,
I
I
love you,
agree.
bro.
I love you too, man.
After that, Finn just completely beats the shit out of the grabber to the point I found it unrealistic. Like,
Well, we missed the part where detectives come again and find out what the house is for.
oh, yeah, you're right. So the numbers in Gwen's visions finally connect.
Yeah.
Then they find that the numbers were the address to the house. So the police break in. I guess the people were at work because they discover it's the wrong house and there's fucking no one there, which at like noon you would think there'd be people in that house.
Yeah. And they find the kids' bodies underneath the building.
Yeah, and then basically just blah blah blah, cheap filler, and then Finn just gets the grabber to corner him and then just beats the shit out of him with the phone, starts throwing haymakers, puts the phone cord around the grabber's neck and just strangles him.
Yeah, and before he like completely kills him, the phone starts ringing again. And he's
It's
like,
for
"It's for
you.
you." And that was the most badass scene. And then pretty much the whole crew goes, which is the very first I heard of get ghost children just roasting your ass completely before you die.
Right? Like imagine you die and let's be real, you and I are both going to hell.
Yeah,
And we're just going down and there's just a bunch of ghosts from our past just like, hey yo, your yee ass mullet mohawk don't help you now, do it.
assuming that Florida hasn't prepared us for hell.
Right.
But yeah,
There's a fun fact. I don't remember who said it, but there's this Civil War journal entry. It said, the flames of hell have nothing compared to the heat of Florida.
yes, 100%. I'm feeling that as my house is like at 80 degrees
100%.
right now, so I'm feeling the heat. So yeah, after he gets roasted by ghost children, Finn snaps the grabber's necks,
Yep.
and he finally escapes and has this heartfelt moment with his sister where he hugs him, and the detective come out to the house seeing Finney and goes into the other house and finds the grabber. And
Okay, so this leads to my theory. Well, not theory. This is how I would have ended the film, okay? So
yeah,
check this out. Gwen sees ghosts, right?
yeah,
So instead of hugging Finney, imagine she runs up to Finn and goes to hug him, and then there's just air, and Finn's actually dead.
that would be
I would have loved that.
yeah, that would have been good. It would have been sad as fuck though.
Yeah, but it's a
Um,
horror movie. I don't like that all horror movies have to have happy endings.
well, not
Personally,
all of them do. I've been watching a lot that doesn't, so I'm kind of like,
agreed. I mean, hey, send me some that don't have happy endings 'cause it's just so
like,
campy.
oh, I got. Have you seen the Serbian film?
Uh,
You don't want one with a happy ending? There's one for you.
yeah, that's a fucked up movie. Human
We're
Centipede
not
Part
reviewing
2.
that movie. I refuse to review that movie. It's so fucked up.
Exactly. Let's not even bring that up because we'll just get demonetized.
Yeah, all right. But after all that, the next scene shows Finney and Glenn's dad just asking for forgiveness, which it kind of is a little redemption, but I felt it wasn't deserved, really.
It also felt really forced.
Yeah, it did. And Frenny's now getting all the ladies now because he killed the grabber, and that's how
Yeah,
it ends.
that part actually made me die laughing because it, like, throwing it back to Lamageddon, it has that I'm a man now scene
Yeah, I'm
where
a man now.
his crush is just like, hi, Finny. He just looks at her deadpan glare. Call me Finn.
Call me Finn, baby.
All right. Overall, what do you rate the movie, Clawhammer?
8, definitely an 8. Just the
Yeah,
beginning was a slog, and acting in the beginning was slog, but as soon as the grabber came on, it was pretty fucking good.
agreed. Now that we've talked about it and like I've thought about, the pacing, the acting, the script writing, I gotta say, I would say 8, 8.5. I can't decide
Yeah,
between the two.
yeah. It has some flaws, but it's still a great movie if you like a nice slow burn with interesting characters.
Completely agreed. See, I'm not a slow burn fan, but you suggesting this really got me into it. It's just
Yeah,
the movie fucking sucked until it
I gotta
didn't.
get you some A24 films, bro.
All right.
Like
I'm more.
Midsummer's great, Hereditary's
I
awesome.
love Hereditary.
Yes, and you like
Person.
Midsummer too.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I like solid slow burns. I don't like
Yeah,
movies that suck until they don't. Like if we're
yeah.
talking perspective, like personally, I really like Blumhouse films.
I like some of them. I don't know. I just feel like
Candyman was
I haven't.
stupid.
I just feel like some of them are kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie.
Agreed. Like, and By the way, I was rewatching Insidious. Did you know that's a Blumhouse film?
Yeah, it's my first Blumhouse one I saw. So
Insidious 1 sucked. I'm just gonna say it.
I haven't seen that movie forever. I watched it when I was younger, so I probably enjoyed it because it was like my
Like,
first horror
it
movie.
was just a jump scare and then Darth Maul out of nowhere. But anyway, thank you for watching the Helligans Horror Podcast, a podcast made by horror fans for horror fans. My name is Stony Graves.
Call Hammer.
And if you like what you see, God, it's so wholesome to say like what you see. Like what you hear was boring, wasn't it?
Yep.
If you like what you see, comment what movie you want us to review next, because we're taking fan submissions now. We're also taking merch ideas, just anything, because we want to talk to you guys. We want to interact with you.
Yeah.
Tell us your favorite scary movie. Even tell us how your day was. Personally, I worked all day. My day wasn't very fun. But like, comment, subscribe, and honestly, share us with your friends. Tell them about us, because word of mouth is the best way to spread a podcast. And honestly, we need to spread like COVID. What?
Oh, yeah, we do. Let's get to coughing. Just cough, boys. That's what I'm gonna call the spreading coughing.
Just Helligans Horror Podcast.
Yep. There we go.
Have a good day, everybody. We love you. Stay spooky.
Stay spooky, boys. Stay spooky.